I have empathy like naturally now because of nursing, right? As a nurse, as a healthcare provider, you're like, you got to understand where people get to at some point and how they got there. I'm learning now to dial back from empathy and have some situations I just have to have sympathy for them. Where it's like, I'm not gonna live in that feeling with you.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you. I'm sorry that you're going through that. And I think it's because, not that I don't care, it's I got bigger fish to fry in my life right now.
Yeah.
And I gotta find that line of like, all right, maybe as a nurse, when you're on shift, yeah, you're full blown empathetic to people, right? And you're like trying to understand everybody. I always tell my students, like, you, depending on your ratio, you go through, like, if it's 4-to-1, on the med surg floor, you go through 4 different lives that day, 4 different family situations, 4 different medical conditions. So you have to have this full blown empathy everything you do.
Yeah.
But then when you're not at work and you're trying to apply that to the real life, you get taken away by so many people's stories. I'm trying to learn that line of like, all right, empathy to this point, sympathy for the rest of it, because I got shit to do in my life.
Yeah. I'll take it as this. We have a responsibility. You have priorities, right? You take care of your family, yourself, and then everyone else comes, like secondary to that, right? So your family gets like the most empathy from you. And you have a friend that comes into your life that wants to talk about something. You just like, hey, I just can't right now. Like, we have good reputation. Like, we have a good rapport with each other. I got your back, but I'm just going through something where I just need to just take time for myself. I can't necessarily talk about this right now with you right now, So, and if they're cool, they'll understand it, Like if I came to you with the issue and, you kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, shut me down. I'm like, okay, he must be going through something. Hey, like, it's fine. We're not going to like become like, enemies because of that. We're not going to like stop talking because of that. So, yeah.
And it's not like, it's not even then like where I would say like, you're going through something, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's more of like, he's got his priorities straight, and that's the thing for some people, they might misinterpret that as being cold.
Yeah. Because they're going through something and they reached out to you. So like, they are caught up in their feelings, you know, and this could be someone who you don't have a good relationship with. They're just like, oh, wow, like he just kind of cut me off.
Yeah. And this is what I'm afraid of too, is that I think what I'm learning is that people are operating, like when they do stuff like that, they're operating from this place of like, I want people
like animal mentality.
Yeah. Like, well, I want people to share like what I'm going through. And, I catch myself like, all right, well, why am I reaching out to people? Why am I doing this? And I'm trying to have this self-awareness. And it's more of, do I want people to share in my misery? Is that why? Or I want people like, if I'm going through something and then people are like all happy and partying and whatever. And I'm like, no, everybody shouldn't be happy and partying right now because I'm going through my thing.
I think it's a call for help for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I've never been in a situation where I'm feeling down and I'm wishing that upon everybody if they're happy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've studied like certain, cases, things like that. So that's usually a call for help for them.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And that's why it's like, you got to know. I mean, for me, like I keep my circle tight now because of that.
You have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
it's hard though. For your personality, it's like, you want to help everybody, but it comes at the standpoint where people just drain you. They drain that energy.
Yeah.
So, you got to prioritize.
I would say our personality.
Yeah.
and us, getting to the age we're at now, it's almost like, all right, I understand that I can't solve the world's problems. I can't solve everybody's problems. Even if when I was younger, I was in that warrior mentality, I wanted to do that. I wanted to be that guy that was the crutch for the person without the leg, the eye for that person that couldn't see. I wanted to be that person. But now that you tack on more responsibility in life,
it gets overwhelming if you continue to do that. So
you can't be that, and you're going to lose yourself if you keep giving. And I don't know, it sounds kind of selfish, but you gotta protect what's yours first, no matter what.
I think there's this stigma on the word selfish